And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken in at the 1. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Set, 19, 56, in your face.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Mixon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
Chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Mike. 180. 55.
Squeeze, double.
Hey, alert.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
I got it.
On third down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
180.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Up, 180.
41 Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take one.
They go play action. Mayfield, he's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Cohen. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10.
26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's got Fuller. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Six-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Kill.
Hey, 31.
Mike's 56.
9.
Watch the run.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, D, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
We got this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Set. 19.
Right there, 56.
So we got man. At 24.
Check 26. Watch twitch.
At 24.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Motion, motion, motion. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Challenge one.
Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Browns drive about to get started. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go on, D. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill. 9.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Run. Let's go, D.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Slam.
Tight dog.
Jam. King.
Mayfield on first down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Good. 180. Up, left. Hey, watch the ball. Good.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Real. Let's get in that hole.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. eluding the pressure right. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Good. 180. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's a baby side.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Cohen. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Texans first down.
What is that? 19. 56. You must hand him go.
From the 50, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It's 2nd down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
56 of Mike.
Watson off play action. And he's going to go down again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's go. Check.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Mike. 180. Real. He don't know no better. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Check 3. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Hurry, hurry. 41. What's that? What's that?
From the 27th, Mayfield is going to let this one go deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
King.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, 133. I'm trying to collect. Hey, wahoo.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield going for it all. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 61, matchbox lights. Right there in the middle.
Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Check. 180. King. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Pistol. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch your leg. Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
180.
Watch one.
Check four. Hey, alert.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
We own them.
And again, it's Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, and the Browns get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Man out.
To throw is Watson. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd and 2, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
180.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hurry.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Set. 180. Pistol. Watch the out.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Complete to DK Metcalf. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Run.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. This is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Wide, get wide. Put the boy down, he's coming. Down and go.
Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Houston.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Hey, 24.
Now it's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Miles Jack with a sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Switch it. Come on. Hey, 31.
Now Watson. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
What's that? Watch the safety creep. 54.
Again, it's Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Big stop.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Shoot! 29. 36. Go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. Hey, 31. Coming to you.
Watson now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, Mayfield. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. Does the big boy have the juice?
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get them a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll indeed take a knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Texans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.